So I thought I'd come out here and just show where the garden is now. This is just literally one big butternut squash vine, and then amongst that is a spaghetti squash. You can see it right down here. Vine. We've never done this before, so definitely we will change that next year. We're actually going to take this wire mesh that we have right here, not wire mesh, but the wire, and we're going to turn it, and we're going to have it go up and over, kind of like a high wire, and that way we can get it to come up and over instead of doing with this, and we didn't put that up until afterwards. And then down here we have, this is actually a melon, but it's not really, it's got a lot of flowers, blossoms, but it hasn't done any fruit yet. And then, whew, there we go. We thought this was butternut, but it's not. And that was not there 2 days ago. If it was, it was there a little bit. It was half that size. It was more like that one right there. And now, boom, here he is. Charlie just gets a kick. He just loves this. Hey, Charlie Brown. He absolutely loves his garden. He loves to look at what fruit we get from it. Oh, and here's the Mr. Ripper. Here's Ripley. And here's our tomatoes. At first I was like, what is going on? I'm so used to having so many tomatoes, and by now we usually have them because I plant mine very, very early in the season. They've always worked really well, planting them by the 1st of May, but this year was just crazy. Now this is getting lots and lots and lots of fruit, so I've got to be very patient with them, and they're coming in very well. We're literally going to lay this whole garden out totally different next year, similar to what we have, but we're going to put them in raised beds. We figured a couple reasons why that would be a better idea, even though we spent a lot of time in doing this. So this is one of my favorite things, and this is why I went and got my camera, because I was like, oh my goodness, we're picking these cucumbers and pickles. So we put this up. First we had just one piece of wire mesh right here. And then because the asparagus beans, my Asian beans here, right, they love to hang. And when I had this all on my deck, I used to have this trellis that I made out of wire, and it would go up and over just like this one. So he started watching a lot of YouTube videos, saw a bunch of other things, a couple of them, Acre Homestead, and then Willow, Whispering Willow Farms, we saw theirs, and they have a special name for these, but I'm just gonna call these my arches. I love the way it is. Now, we've got some cucumbers. We've got 3 different things, and we could literally hook 3 rows, so 3 sections there. I believe these are 6-foot sections by 4. So we could literally put them down and have 3 pieces, 3 sections of them just for the cucumbers. Because now, as you can see, they are just, they're being hogs. Look at them. They are starving. They are starting to, look, he does not belong here. You do not belong here. But he's there, and we've been getting a lot of pickles. We've been trying a couple different ways. I did some fermenting. One of them came out really good. The other one, the dill one, oh look, they're going through the fence over here. Yeah. Okay, so you need to make sure you look, because I think you're going to get a pickle over there on the other side. You got to go around the other side there, dude. So yeah, now I've got to look around for all my asparagus beans. See, this one's starting. He's just a baby. This one's a decoy. And then here's some new babies. But this cucumber's coming over here.
Here's a little pollinator trick when the bees aren't out, when it's in the evening, but the stems are out, because, right? So this is male and female. So you just gotta bounce that, and you can't see it up close unless you got a right camera, but that just pollinated that bud right there, so that will put a fruit on right away.
So these are some special tomatoes. These are Genovese, and they're going to get very big. They need to get, they're actually very tall. Somehow we've got to make them go up in the air a little more, because they're starting to fall really bad. And I've thought about this, but see how big these tomatoes, so there's a bunch of them. There's one right there. And down here in the bottom, they're just huge. There's like this whole group of them. And they like get really, they're kind of a weird looking. They're not like a sandwich tomato. And Charlie wants to, we planted them for him because he loves the flavor of them. This is San Marzano. Yes, a San Marzano. Now, it does not like to be near grape tomatoes, which I didn't realize, and so we planted the grapes right after. So I've had a couple problems with a couple of the plants. These two here have not been so great, but these three, so I had 6 and I've got maybe 3 good ones out of those, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This guy, he's not happy at all. I don't know if he's not getting enough light or what the deal is, but we were having problems with bunnies, and we just picked up some marigolds, and we put the marigolds, we didn't even pot up, we didn't even plant them, put the marigolds near them, and the bunnies went away. I haven't had a really good yield on the peppers, which kind of makes me sad because I usually get a huge amount of peppers. I have been getting no problem with our Thai peppers. I don't have any problem with the Thai peppers. Been getting them. My Hungarian sweet, I'm getting some of that, but then this one hasn't produced anything, and he gets more light. Now we're getting something here.
There you go.
There's gonna be something there. Okay. So this, look at that. There's a little guy, here's a butternut in the back, and then here's an eggplant. I found this recipe. I'm not really an eggplant person, but I found a recipe, and I made an eggplant Parmesan. Oh my goodness, it was to die for. Now, I said to Charlie, this was a lot of work. And so here's the squash he's taken over my poor little eggplants. And I am getting some cherry tomatoes. Can't hardly wait.
Got to pick 2 of them out of 3. And there's a whole bunch more females down there.
Ooh, we got some.
Look at all of the females.
Zucchini squash.
Lots and lots of females.
Yeah.
It took a bit to trigger them, but yep, this is there.
There we go. Woohoo!
There's a nice one.
Now, we had a problem with our bunny and our cabbage. We've got a couple cabbages coming back. We thought they were pretty much all gone, but they're coming back now, so that's good. And I have our sweet potatoes,
Sweet potato vines,
which they pretty much ate them all, but now they're coming back, so we're gonna see, and we keep them covered. Here's my green stalks. I love these. They're really cool, but I have to keep pivoting them, and they don't get as much sun, I think, as we want, but we are getting strawberries now out of the top. At first we were not. Looks like I gotta pick a bunch of my lettuce. And we have potatoes, which this will be fun when we get ready to do that. I was gonna check and see. And then we've got our watermelons. So we made a little bit of an error here, I think. We've got vines with vines. So that's kind of a thing. And we're gonna have to change how we do that next year. But this year we're just having fun seeing how it all works. So that is my garden. I'm gonna go back over to the cucumbers and go check out and see what I've missed. But thank you for being here with me today, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you for being here with me, my friends. And this is just a little bit of what is going on here at the Brown Acre home. And we hope to see you again.